Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys.
You know what? You are an elite group of people.
Yeah, the upper echelon.
That's all I ever say about you who are listening to the Drip and Stone podcast.
Yeah.
We have a favor of you.
Yeah, if you would be ever so kind.
We need you to go to your podcast app of choice.
Yep, where you're currently listening to our lovely voices.
And rate Drip and Stone wherever you are listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
It really helps the pod and it helps other people find a great podcast like this one.
Yeah, indeed.
Kyle, hit that music button. Hello and welcome to the Drip and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey, Nick.
It is kind of dreary outside.
Yeah, it is. You want to talk about the weather? No. Yeah, let's talk about the weather, man.
We haven't talked about the weather in a minute.
Yeah, kind of a dreary day, but it's nice. It's comfy outside.
You know why it's nice, though? It's because we haven't had rain in like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. It is been crispy outside, but it feels lovely. It's kind of London-esque.
It is kind of London. I actually opened the doors the other day, like yesterday, and I was like, oh, it's cooler outside than it is inside.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, a little 60-degree and overcast.
Hell yeah.
Can't beat it.
Especially here in Florida.
A rare day in Florida.
Exactly. Yeah. In early April. Like that just don't happen.
Year round.
Yeah, exactly.
Rare day.
You're not wrong. But I'm loving it, man. It reminds me of you said London. It reminds me of my trip in Scotland. Like just a couple of days of like, June and it's a little cool.
Okay. Okay.
Get a little giddy.
I kind of like it.
You know what it makes me want to drink?
What does it make you want to drink?
It makes me want to drink a coffee. Would you like to drink a coffee with me?
Yeah, let's have a cup of coffee.
Let's do it. So Kyle, I already brewed this for us. What I did, and some nerdy stuff before we sip on this. This is
510.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alexa.
I asked Alexa to do some math, and every time I ask her to do some math, she's always snooty.
I think she got a little bit more sassy.
She
each time
did
you
get
asked.
sassy, and then when I called her out on her sass, she was like, "I'm not sassy. I just have a personality."
That's the product. Damn, girl.
Just chill out. Gosh. So this is a 1-to-17 ratio.
Okay.
Or 17-to-1 ratio, however you do that. There's
a big difference there.
There is 1 gram of coffee for every 17 grams of water.
Gotcha.
And there is 17 grams of water to every 1 gram. So it's just, I guess it's how
I think
you...
it'd be a 1-to-17.
I think
you'd be adding the coffee to the water.
I think it's 1-to-17.
Yeah.
And I AeroPressed this. This was an AeroPress, and basically we made like a really strong brew, essentially making an Americano is what we did.
Delightful.
Yeah. This is
What kind of beans you get?
This is a coffee from Atomic Coffee Roasters. This is out of, I think they're out of Massachusetts. Peabody, Massachusetts. I don't know where Peabody is.
Where do you find your beans?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you find these specific beans?
I don't remember. I think I searched like just small coffee roasters and they were highly rated and just started like researching.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, and figured out I'm buy this. I like the bags as a whole. I think they got a cool aesthetic.
A nice bean bag.
It is a nice bean bag. So this is out of Massachusetts. This is their Ethiopia Kochere. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Kochere.
Sure, but I doubt it.
Probably.
I honestly really doubt it.
That's not. You think it's like kosher or kosher?
No clue,
kochere?
But like, I think there's like, I'm just going to assume you're not saying it right.
You're probably right.
From Ethiopia. Like, I just don't know the dialect that strongly.
Yeah, me neither. This is a single origin coffee, which is why I wanted to bring it here. So it's not a blend. This is a coffee from a single place.
Single plant, single year, single crop.
Single region, I think, and probably a single farm.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the exact definition of a single origin. Maybe. I don't think it's a single plant. I think it's just a single farm.
Single bean.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this is a washed coffee and it is a light roast coffee.
What does wash mean?
It means that
it.
Yeah. They just like a Brillo pad and just sat there and like scrubbed it clean.
Lift up its bits.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in there.
No, it means that it's the process of removing the bean from the fruit.
Okay.
It's called the washing process.
There you go.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Have some coffee.
We've already talked about branching into other things.
Yeah. Ooh, careful. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. The best part of
waking up
is Kochere. So I do have some tasting notes here. I've already read them, so I can't give them to you, but I would love to hear what you think.
Okay. Nose? Smell like coffee.
It does.
Friendly coffee.
Yeah, it doesn't give me any of those smoky notes. You know?
Yeah, no, it's not dark, not overly roasted.
Every time I think about a light coffee, I'm thinking light in color.
Right.
And this is not light in color. Like,
oh yeah, no, it's coffee dark.
Yeah, and it's got, just smelling it and looking at it in our cups here, it's got a fair amount of viscosity. Like, it's not super.
Yeah, it looks thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see the bottom of the cup.
No, exactly. And I think some light coffees occasionally I can, you know?
Little nuttiness.
I'm getting some floral notes. It's like hiding behind that, like, coffee. Like that quintessential coffee note.
That like 99% of what it smells like. If you get that out of the way.
No, it does. It has a little bit of like jasmine or honeysuckle kind of note. I'm going specific with my flowers. I really don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, this sounds great.
I'm trying to think of like a pungent flower.
Yeah. Lavender.
It smells fantastic.
Yeah, it does. It smells like a great cup of coffee.
It does, yeah. All right, you ready?
Sure.
Cool. Here we go.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That is fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great cup of coffee.
Viscous. It is got some body. And for it, like, every time I have a light roast, I'm always super worried that it's just going to be like just watery.
Sure.
And I always feel like I have to brew a light roast on a heavier ratio. But this is a 1-17. And usually that's my that's my upper end of ratio here. Mm-hmm. And this is fantastic.
Does it give like a recommendation on that kind of a thing?
It probably does on the website. I didn't really look into that. I do know that. Yeah, I do know that by feel and by taste. And like the first couple of cups. To be fair, this is the end of the bag. Mm-hmm. But the first couple of cups, I kind of like know, man, that needs a little bit more. Right. You know, the ratio needs to be a little tighter, if you will.
Right.
But yeah, 1-17 is where I normally start. And then especially with a AeroPress. Like it, I feel like that's a good overall ratio for me anyway. It has those notes of like a black tea. It's not coffee bitter. It's like tea bitter.
Yeah, it's really not coffee bitter. Like it is surprisingly like just, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but like neutral all the way around. Like everything, like the coffee profile, the bitterness, the viscosity for me, everything is just kind of in that like mid range in a very like comfy way.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a, a really deep flavor profile.
Yep.
But like in a very like just kind of friendly, comfortable way. Like I want to say it's like a traditional, just like this is, if you had to like try like just what is coffee. Like, I want to say this would do it, but at the same time, like, this doesn't do it. Like, it's almost too kind of refined for that.
Yeah, it's a little more posh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a, not in a challenging way, but just in a purity kind of way.
I agree with you completely. It's not challenging, but it feels more complex than, like, what I would think of, like, a standard, Maxwell House. You know what I mean? Or Folgers or whatever.
This is not the coffee that I want first thing in the morning.
Oh, interesting.
I would want a bit stronger. I need something to help me get going.
Yeah.
This is like this is like perfect for right now.
Yeah.
This is like a perfect midday, like, like I'd like something to sip on. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's got plenty of flavor, but it's not challenging and it's not overly roasted. It's not overly bitter and tough and bristly.
So you want that in the morning? You want the bold?
I do.
Yeah. No, and I don't disagree. They're just
I have a glass of water first.
Yeah.
And then I want some coffee that's going to wake me up.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. And on the counter, on the counter, I have one from Atomic that's called Diesel, and oh boy.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
They have Atomic has 3 different dark roasts, and one's called Diesel and one's called Intensi. I can't remember the last one.
Intensi,
like Italian for intense. Intensi.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And they are both.
It's like some stupid, like cutesy word for intense. Like, it's Intensi.
No, I think it's Italian.
Gotcha.
And they are fantastic, but they are that.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I see exactly what you mean. But I think of what we did a couple weeks ago with black and white coffee. And we did those like fermented, like really just kind of fruity and bizarre.
Yeah, different.
Different. I did not like those in the morning. And I had those in the morning. And I really wasn't a fan of those. This I've had in the morning. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this would do it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But this feels like the perfect, like, this also, I feel like would be perfect post-dinner.
Oh, agreed.
After a dessert.
Agreed.
You know, to just kind of cleanse the palate and just kind of put you back on a even keel.
Yeah, it is a great coffee. Yeah. And being single origin, you get more of that terroir of the place itself, and just I enjoy it, man.
You think you're there with coffee?
I am starting to become there. And I like.
Do you think it'll be as definable as whiskey?
Yeah. I if I'm honest, I think it might even be more so.
Wow.
Yeah, and because coffee goes through less of a process. I think coffee has more specificity within the terroir itself. More, I would say wine is very similar, and like, not that I know a lot about wine, but wine is more terroir-y than whiskey, because of whiskey being so heavily reliant on the barrel, whereas wine is not reliant on the barrel. And so I feel like coffee's the same.
Like, would you define like the terroir?
Yeah.
That's different from style.
I think so. Yeah.
So like an Islay whiskey is what you think of being an Islay whiskey.
That's a style.
A Kentucky bourbon is a Kentucky bourbon. And like, those are both whiskeys.
Right.
And you know one from the other because of how it tastes.
Correct.
But is that you place that more because of style?
I think it's style,
not necessarily terroir.
Correct. Yeah, I think it's style.
Okay.
And when you get into like those conversations of terroir, I think it's like, okay, so I've got 4 Islay whiskeys, and what makes these 4 Islay whiskeys different? That's where you're getting to like that nuanced super specificity. You know, the same of like, here is a champagne, and a legitimate champagne. And then like, I got one from this grower and one from this winery and one from this winery and one from this winery. And like, I can see the differences in between. They're all making wine the same way, you know, and maybe they're the exact same year. Maybe they're the same length of fermentation, the same process. So what makes those difference? The differences would be the land in which they're grown.
Right.
You know, they're all from the same region, but they're slightly different in terms of, you know, one grower does this and one grower does that, and one grower has this kind of soil, that kind of thing. That's where I think you get into the differences.
Okay.
So
terroir is a much finer
moniker
where it shows up more so in coffee and wine.
Yeah.
You think than it does in whiskey.
I think so. So like, you get into the big kind of categories of like, this is a bourbon and this is a scotch. And most people, within reason, most people could figure those out pretty easy. But then like, okay, this is a Kentucky bourbon versus a Tennessee whiskey versus, you know, maybe a Utah whiskey or a Texas whiskey. Can you determine those? And I recognize like whiskey makers can choose to do different things, but I'm saying like, speaking in generalities.
Right.
This whiskey's from Northern Ireland. This whiskey's from Cork. This whiskey's from this place. This whiskey's from Tipperary, you know, that kind of thing. That's where you start to get more nuanced. And then if you're like regionalism in terms of, you know, this whiskey is from, again, there are, you know, X number of Islay distilleries. What makes the differences between those distilleries? Because now you've gotten hyper local.
Right.
And I think that's the differences.
Fair enough.
So I've got some deets for you. You want to hear them?
Drop the deets.
This is from the Atomic Coffee Roasters website. That's atomiccoffeeroasters.com. They're not sponsoring, but if they would like to,
send us some beans.
We're not opposed. Yeah, we can get paid in coffee. I'm totally fine with that. So this is a single origin, Ethiopia Kochere, floral, tea-like, and bursting with stone fruit sweetness. I promise you have not read this.
Okay.
I just read the box or the bag.
Yep.
Ethiopia Kochere is a wash Yirga Chefe, golly, that showcases the clarity and elegance this legendary coffee region is known for. Tasting notes, you ready?
Yep.
Peach.
Peach.
You get peach?
Nope.
Nah, me neither. Black tea.
Yeah.
Floral. I get no tasting notes of floral.
Yeah, me neither. I don't really get it on the nose either.
Really? I do. Even now.
I don't think I could go floral.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness.
Roast level. Light.
Okay.
Region. Yirga Chefe. Yirga Chefe. I guess that's the region of Ethiopia. Varietal in Ethiopia. Heirloom process washed. Elevation 1,800 to 2,100 meters.
Wow.
I know.
That's where they washed it, or that's where it was grown?
That's where it's grown.
Okay.
Kochere is a small district within the renowned Yirgacheffe coffee-growing region of southern Ethiopia. Man, we're learning geography here. And year after year, it produces some of the most expressive coffees we have tasted, grown at high elevation in iron-rich acidic soil just south of the town of Yirgacheffe. These Ethiopian coffee beans develop vibrant acidity, delicate florals, and a clean tea-like body. This wash lot comes from smallholder producers who deliver ripe cherries to their local washing station, where careful processing preserves clarity and brightness. Expect notes of peach, bergamot, and black tea in a light roast that's refined, radiant, and unmistakably Yirgacheffe.
I like it.
I don't know. How would you pronounce this word? I would love to hear your pronunciation.
Yirgacheffe.
Yeah.
Yirgacheffe.
Okay.
Yirgacheffe. Yirgacheffe.
Okay. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but I like the word.
I'm sure there is some sort of like phonetical way that you're supposed to pronounce
That's
that.
not how I'm doing it.
That's not just like intuitive. It's like you have to just know how to say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yirgacheffe. My favorite kind of Ethiopian coffee.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
It's quite good.
Great stuff.
I feel like as we do an episode on coffee, we want to go a little faster as we're talking about coffee.
Nah,
I don't think so.
Delicious.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Like that's again, I say it not as a takedown on it, but it's like that. It's very much just like coffee. Like it's just that's what coffee should taste like.
Quintessential. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know, like this would be a great like introduction to coffee to somebody
for sure.
And I hate saying that.
No,
I feel like
why?
we say that too much
No,
about things.
No,
like
well,
maybe that's a great introduction to this thing or that thing. But like generally, this would be like because it's not overly bitter.
Yeah.
It's got coffee flavor to it, a pretty strong coffee flavor to it. I don't think it's like a slap in the face by any means, but it's like that's coffee.
I
like,
disagree with you. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I mean, like I agree with everything you said, but I disagree. Like to say this is a good introductory because my introductory was like crappy coffee out of like you went to a 7-Eleven just hoping that things were all right. You know what I mean? Like so my introduction you're not wrong. My introduction was like here's this like literal mud and like like so
yeah.
If somebody would have given me this I probably
would have got into it earlier.
Maybe
could you have? Is that possible?
Listen, I was popped out and I was like, coffee.
Yeah.
That's my first word.
Yeah, latte. You give me plenty of milk. Can I get a little something else with it?
That's gross. Oh yeah, fantastic though. I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. That's great. I would not fear Yirgacheffe anymore.
No.
If I saw that on the menu, I would be.
Did you fear it before?
Well, I would probably. I'm saying like as a ill-informed.
Yeah.
If I saw Yirgacheffe, I'd be. I don't know what that is, so I'll probably want to steer clear of that. But now I could look at it and be like, absolutely, give me a cup of that Yirgacheffe.
Yeah. God, I hope we're saying it right.
There's no way we are. There's no chance. I don't think ever in my life have I pronounced a word.
I got it.
It was like, man, you said that perfectly.
Okay, I gotta look it up now. Like I need to know for like my own benefit and the benefit of every listener who's already probably Googled this before we are, which is might be a problem. Because like as the professionals that we are, and I guess aspire to be, you would think that we would have looked this up beforehand. You did it already. All right, hold on. Pause it. I'm gonna say we're saying it correctly. Okay. You're saying no chance in hell.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yirgacheffe.
Damn. I'm gonna say that's a 98% close.
Yeah,
was
it's
that just Google?
It's the
that was
E
Google.
at the end that I
Google.
was always like,
That
I
was
don't
Google, though,
believe
right?
that E at the end is A.
Was that?
Yirgacheffe. That'd be Yirgacheffe.
Was that just Google?
That was just Google.
Okay. I want to hear.
Guide where we look at how to pronounce better
Oh, it's the same video.
some of the most mispronounced words in the world.
Wow.
This other curious word, but how do you say what you're looking for today? We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this coffee from Ethiopia.
Well, he's teasing the
Bolivia,
shit out of
and
this, man.
more Coffee names as well.
Gotta get that-
many people
that viewership up.
Yeah, man. Stop teasing me, man.
Two different ways of pronouncing it.
Two different ways.
I believe locally in Africa it's said as Yirgacheffe.
Okay.
Yirgacheffe. Now, in the UK in particular, it's often said as Yirgacheffe.
Oh.
Yirgacheffe.
Uh-oh.
Yirgacheffe.
Listen, man, I'm going to claim 95% of the way there.
Yeah. I feel like that's fair.
I would say if you said that in conversation, like they'd be like, that's good enough. Somebody would say it.
If you're in the UK. If you're in Ethiopia, they're going to be like,
bro, why are you putting an A,
Jeff? Okay.
Well, I feel better. That's all I got to say. I feel better.
Yeah.
I mean
it's definitely close.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this past week.
Yep.
My sister came to visit from North Carolina.
Hey,
I know. Yeah, she came down. She wanted to go to the Mouse House. So
friend of the pod and possibly first guest on the pod.
Might have been, or pretty early in the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
very early in the game. She came on
top 5.
Yeah, Tanya came on and easily top 5. Tanya came on and talked about financial literacy and like some of her,
How to read money.
Yeah, exactly. $1. Dang.
Cool. Washington.
Right.
Federal Reserve.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Legal tender, you say. Interesting. But she was down here this week. She wanted to go to the Mouse House. She had not been to Disney in quite some time. She hadn't done all of the Mouse House parks.
Yep.
And she did Magic Kingdom in like 2017. That was the last time she went there.
Right.
But like not all the rest of them. And you procured tickets for us.
Yep.
To be able to go. Super grateful for that because like
yeah, she gave me a little gift bag.
She did give you a little gift bag. Like a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, some snacks.
Some coffee.
Some a hat.
Some a hat.
Some of a hat.
Yeah, dude, there's some mustard in there. It's called Lusty Monk.
Yeah.
We've got to do a tasting of that at some point. Like we should do one of our videos because that mustard is fire.
Pull out some wieners.
It's some wieners.
some wieners and
that stuff.
Slap some mustard on them.
Fantastic.
Can't wait.
I can also vouch for the nut butters in there.
Quite a selection of nut butters.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm looking forward to the most. Bourbon pecan.
Yeah.
Big Spoon roasters.
Yeah. I can attest.
They all look great.
She brought me a couple and I opened one and like, actually I opened all of them because they're fantastic.
I've never had pistachio butter. I'm looking forward to that.
Dude, that one, I'm going to preemptively tell you, is my favorite.
Cool.
It's so good. Anyway, so we had the privilege of visiting all 4 of the parks here.
Yep.
And I've got thoughts.
Yeah.
Because this is, so my wife and I, we have an annual pass.
Right.
So we can go whenever we want. You have the means to go whenever you want as well.
Correct.
And so when we venture over to Disney, like we do so in short spurts, like maybe couples 5-6 hours at max.
Right.
You know, even when we go with you, like it's like we're doing a thing, we're walking around, we talked about
it's always got a time limit.
Yeah. Well, there's like I think we
not
have,
a defined time limit, but there's a time limit that hits, at which point you're saying, well, it's done.
Yeah, correct.
Time to go.
And so because she was down and because she has limited time, we're doing the thing.
Yeah.
And so we did the onslaught of Disney. Like we were at Disney for 12 plus hour days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a lot. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. And we both have experiences of the Mouse House in the 90s and like how dramatically it's changed.
Yeah. The way that they've, adjusted and made changes to attraction wait times and, lightning lanes and all that kind of stuff. Like the idea of just going to Disney now compared to, and spending a day in a theme park compared to what it used to be 30 years ago it's a dramatically different experience now.
For sure.
And I think in some ways better, but in some ways too, I think kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. Like I loved going because I loved spending time with my sister, but like the sheer
intensity of a full day
is a lot. Like you've got the barrage of just like so many things, so many people, you're dodging people.
Let's go back in time.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go back to
can we get in the Wayback Machine?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to hop in the DeLorean though. I'm not doing that one.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes that DeLorean, you get stuck in the 1800s and actually that sounds kind of great right now. All right. I'm going to join you in the DeLorean. 88 miles? We can get there, right?
Sure.
Per hour. Not like we got to drive 88 miles, but okay. All right, let's fire it up.
Power of love. And here we are. So in the good old days of a theme park vacation.
Sure.
So, growing up in Alabama, like going to Disney was like a cultural experience. It was, I mean, the closest thing that you would get to see on the regular is maybe like Opryland, but probably more so like that I can remember it would be like a county fair.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. So to get to go to Disney World was like, it was shocking. Like, and it was an absolute experience. But back in the day, like, there was no fast pass. There was no any way that, there was no single rider line, anything like that. Like, you wanted to do an attraction, you want to do a ride, like you hop in that line. And like sometimes it was 2 hours, 3 hours, or what have you. Like I can remember my dad waiting in line to do Splash Mountain for 3 hours.
Holy crap.
My mom and my sister and I went and did a plethora of other things, and he did that. Like, he waited for 3 hours to do Splash Mountain.
What was there? I don't really remember it. Was there like a wait time posted somewhere?
I think they still had like the sign at the end of the line of like, from here, it's this long.
Right.
So like you had a very primitive idea of how long it was going to take you. But yeah, I think they still had wait times listed.
I asked that because like I did a lot of experimentation in the last couple of days doing that, and those things are pretty damn accurate now.
Right.
Like,
yeah, they do a lot of geo-tracking now.
Yeah, they do. In some cases, like you're either a little earlier or like you are, if it says 85 minutes, you are within like plus or minus 3 minutes on the other side. Like that's impressive.
It's crazy accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just, it was the mentality, I think, of it, of like, sure, there was like strategy back then of like, how do you want to work your way around a park? Do you want to set it up so that you're hitting a certain attraction at a certain time of day or something like that? So like you could certainly try to plan out your day. But for the most part, it was just kind of like, this is it. This is what we're doing. Like we'll do our best to avoid big lines when we can.
Yeah.
But there was also just the understanding that at some point in time, you're just going to hit a line.
Right.
And you're just going to have to wait if that's what you want to do.
Right.
And it was the same for everybody. There was no getting around
there was
that.
an even playing field.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest difference compared to today.
Yeah.
There are tons of workarounds depending on how much money you want to spend.
Correct.
Or, how much kind of gaming the system you want to try to do.
Yeah. So I remember being a kid. So I did not grow up in Alabama. Mm-hmm. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
Central Florida.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah. I did not grow up in Alabama. So like we were always, half an hour to Walt Disney.
Yeah, it was always there.
Oh yeah. Like I remember being a kid, like, 20 minutes in the car and you're in Disney World.
Right.
Now it's 3 hours in the car and you're in Disney World.
Yeah.
For us, it was never like I never remember like the planning out of the day because we were always close. And when we had annual passes as kids, like close enough where that would happen. But I remember very distinctly the Fast Pass. And like when the Fast Pass came out, that changed everything.
Yeah.
And so you would kind of like get to a park and go like, what are we getting a Fast Pass for?
Yeah. Which one do we want to be sure that we get?
Right.
We go hit that one first.
And usually like Magic Kingdom is something like Space Mountain. Like you're going to hit Space Mountain or Big Thunder or Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
You're going to do a mountain. You know what I mean? And so that's what you would get a Fast Pass for. And it was, you scanned your ticket and it said, be back here between 1:30 and 2 o'clock. And you're guaranteed to skip the line. Like you were still going to wait for a little bit, but you were guaranteed to skip a line.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. You might wait in line 20 minutes or so, but it was never going to be like, I'm in the Fast Pass line waiting for an hour. Like,
no. It was always faster. So, I think that the point of that was to kind of like ease some of those 3 hour lines. Cause then you always you're going to get on at some point.
Yeah. It's adding a little bit more structure to the idea of how you're moving people through this,
right?
So that they're able to still enjoy other aspects of the park.
Well, and the cynic in me knows why they're doing that, because if you're in line, you're not buying money. Or you're not buying
spending money. Yeah.
You're not spending money. Yeah, you're not buying your Mickey
ice cream bars.
Thank you. Yeah, you're just not doing
your pretzels and
Correct.
your popcorn buckets.
So it made sense, and you could get, I think you could get a Fast Pass at a time, and then like at some point. It was like as it drew closer, you could get another one.
Oh man! So there's a big hack when it was first introduced.
Oh yeah,
which was you basically could throw in any kind of a plastic card, and it would spit out a ticket. And it would spit out a time.
Oh really?
So there was a couple of trips that we made down where we brought every Disney ticket that we had ever acquired.
Whoa!
Our keys to the world, it used to be called.
Yeah.
And you could absolutely go and it just wasn't. They didn't have it. all the details ironed out yet. So like that was like a bit of a hack of you could throw in a driver's license, like you could throw in just about anything, and it would spit out a ticket for you. Yeah,
little did you know they're keeping all those records.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So I remember that very distinctly, and I remember like the little Fast Pass tickets. They were like little just square tickets. Space Mountain had like, the purpley Space Mountain thing at the top. It was, I'm sure I have one somewhere.
Yep.
Like that was a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And so you could plan your day.
Totally free.
Yeah, absolutely. You could plan your day around that, and you could make, I feel like it made your day more enjoyable because, like, man, I really want to ride Splash Mountain.
You're right. So as soon as you get to the park, you can go straight there and have a confirmed time of when you're going to ride it.
So, like, now I don't have to worry about waiting in line, and I can I'm free to do other things.
Yeah.
And so it made it so enjoyable.
It was a useful tool.
It was. And they have another useful tool called Lightning Lane.
Yep.
That you're going to pay between $200 and $400 for.
Yeah.
Or something like that. No, I think it's that much.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah. If you do like all the individual ones.
Yeah. It functions in the same way, but it's now a pay to play.
Right.
And what I noticed is it makes the regular line far more hellacious.
Yeah.
Like substantially.
Yeah, because you don't move through it as fast.
Correct.
Yeah, like you're still going through the line. It may still be an hour and a half line, whereas before, though, you had such a long queue to wind through and stuff. So at least you were making progress.
Right.
Whereas now you're in that line and you're making very little progress because
you move in spurts.
Yeah, like in tiny little spurts.
Right.
Like because they're letting in all the Lightning Lane go first, and then we'll add in 5 people from the regular line.
Right. And that's something like, and those of you who have been to Disney lately and you're not in the Fast Pass lines, you'll notice it real quick.
Yeah. Because
at some point, like all the lines kind of converge.
Yeah.
And I noticed that we rode what is now Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
And I had never, gorgeous ride, by the way. I'd never ridden it. And it's really good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah. So it happened to be down. We were able to get there, and it was like a 30-minute wait. But our 30-minute wait turned into over an hour because of all the Lightning Lane.
Right.
And so very quickly, you realize that they're letting in 20 Lightning Lane people because they've paid good money, and I don't fault them at all.
Right.
And 5 peons.
Right.
Who have also paid $200 to be there for that day.
Substantial park ticket fee.
Yeah.
But not the Lightning Lane.
So like what do you think about that? Like,
I mean, I don't care for the pay to play. Like I understand why Disney did it. Like it's a business.
Sure.
And that was an opportunity that just was sitting there staring them in the face.
How could you not?
Yeah, kind of a thing. But it is hard to just go in and enjoy the park and try to actually do things.
Yeah.
Especially like the rides, the big ticket rides. Like it does change that perspective a bit.
Yeah.
Especially doing it like the way you were doing it, where we're going to be in the park the entire day and we're going to try to do as much as possible.
Yep.
It definitely, like, like you're saying, it just changes the experience of the line.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not saying it necessarily made my experience any worse, but it did make my line waiting a little more like anxiety inducing.
Well, I hate to say it too, but like to me, it's also like there's a bit of the class separation kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
Of like you almost feel less than to just be in the regular line.
I am so glad. Like know, can I say right now we're gonna do an episode on that because we also have thoughts on that, but like definitely.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like that needs to be its own separate thing.
Right.
Because I noticed, oh my gosh, like you saying that, I noticed it.
Yeah.
I noticed it so hard this time.
Yeah.
And it's because like we spent so much time in the parks. And this is like not just Magic Kingdom, but like in so many ways you notice it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I even remember back in the Fast Pass days of like, if you had your Fast Pass, you feel like hot shit. You know, like you just go right to the front of the line and like you laugh and jest at the common folk who are just waiting in line. It definitely creates that structure to it that just seems like it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel necessary.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be anyway.
We're going to do a whole episode on it.
Yeah. But so, and then now I think another aspect of like doing like what you did, which is just 4 days, or no, 3 days.
Yeah, we did 3.
But a repeated day after day in the park all day long, and just, I think just as much, like, I don't know, like it feels like more work now than it used to. And granted, I was a much younger man back then. And so, like, energy levels, I suppose, are slightly different. But
slightly.
There is just like, it's just a different exercise at this point in time.
Yes.
I don't know if it's just all of the, I don't know.
Oh, I think in our perspective is also that we live here.
Sure.
So like,
there's not as much excitement. Yeah, certainly to like, let's go see it all.
The magic is, forgive the phrase, but the magic is still there, but like, it's not as magical. It's not your experience as a kid. It's not like, we're going to Disney World. Not for me anyway.
Sure.
Even as a kid, I remember like, we're going to Disney World.
Right.
Not like, oh my God, like this is my vacation and I'm going to love this.
Yeah. Like, do you ever stay at the resorts?
Never. I've never stayed at a resort. Well, I have, but like because of like conferences that I had to go to, not because of vacation.
Right.
Like this is my vacation. No, never.
Right.
And I know you did.
Oh yeah. That was how we did it. Like we came down and like, we'd pick out which resort we wanted to do. And that was always like, honestly, like that was just as a big a part of the experience as it was like any individual park.
And for me, especially this time, like because of like doing it like a vacation, you're there for 12 plus hours, like you're doing the thing, I'm looking around and I'm looking at like, God, these people are so miserable.
Right.
And I can go home at night, but y'all have to go back to this hotel and I can go eat real food, even though I didn't because I ate theme park food, which is a whole nother thing. But you guys have to like,
but even that's a big, I think that's probably like the single largest like upgrade since the 90s.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Back in the 90s, every fast food stand sold the same 5 items.
Absolutely.
Like and it was at every single park. Like you get a hamburger, you could get a hot dog, you could get chicken tenders.
Yep.
Like
now there's
consistently
like
everywhere.
Good food everywhere.
And now just about every place has at least something different.
Right.
Like you could still find all those basic things, but like even those basic things I think are going to have some sort of a, but ours has this different attribute to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like that, I think, I agree with you completely. Like that's a huge upgrade, but it's still theme park food.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still theme park food. And your gastrointestinal system is going to be screaming.
Depending upon the choices you make.
Yeah.
I think there are options.
Sure.
You just have to be willing to die for them. You have to be willing to search them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, I mean, just what an interesting experience for me to kind of view this thing that I know pretty well and have gotten to know better here lately just because of our purchasing of a pass. From a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
Like bizarre.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to say this. If this was my one vacation a year, or maybe even every couple of years, and I know this bleeds into the conversation we're going to have at some point, I don't know I'd be satisfied in my vacation. I mean, I'm sure I would like convince myself that I'm satisfied in this vacation, but like looking at all of the people around me going like, we're having fun, damn it. Like, and the amount of parents, like their young children are freaking out because, it's hot and it's a long ass day and you've been here for a couple of days. Like, I don't know.
Like what's the big separation between that and what we're going to do?
I asked myself the same question. Yeah. I don't have an answer for you.
Like certainly it's familiarity.
Yeah.
And I think that's like my whole point of like, when you're coming from nowhere, Alabama, down to Disney World is like
sure,
it's altering.
Yeah, but I think like what you're
much
referring
the same
to,
way of what we're gonna do is gonna be altering because it's stuff that we don't get to see on the regular.
So breaking news: we're taking a trip to Italy this summer.
Right.
So yeah, I think the difference is
accompanied by a boat,
sure, and a mouse
that owns that boat.
Yeah. So we're doing a thing. I don't know if there is a big difference other than
I will say I think you not getting the resort experience.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Like because it does become like even like I mean I have a good time. Like, we haven't done it in quite a while. We used to do it around the kids' birthdays. We would just go out and stay at a resort for a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Because the resorts they're great.
Yeah.
Like, they're a ton of fun just to walk around. Like, they're beautiful. That was always like such a fun thing of like being exhausted in the park after a whole day, getting on a Disney bus, taking it back to your resort, walking through the lobby, like the whole thing. Like, it was always just so well done and clean and stuff, and
so you
getting back to your room.
Yeah.
And it was part of it. We'd always sneak out to the pool late at night, and like, back then they didn't care, because like there's no lifeguard out there, but like you just go swimming until like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and it was just it was part of it.
And I can see that too,
especially nowadays. If you finish up at the park and you got to sit in traffic for an hour and a half,
right?
Even if you live 10 minutes from Disney World,
right?
Like, it's rough.
Like
that's always a rough way to end the night.
And I think
you
too,
sit in traffic for
like something that
hour.
I thought about in that instance was like, if you've done a day at the park and you're coming back, let's say 10 o'clock, there's not a whole lot open. So like,
outside, the resort,
right? So then, like, what are you gonna do? If you want to
ale house, baby,
yeah,
they open till 2.
Yeah.
Are you recouped?
What do you mean?
From Disney?
Oh yeah. My
got some sore knees. You lower back feeling all right?
Yeah. No, I was actually like in that respect, I was good. Like my feet only hurt like once.
I mean, it was an unfortunate week.
Yeah.
When of just timing, because it was spring break.
Oh, buddy.
It was spring break. It was not the peak of spring break, but it was
covered.
You were definitely on the incline.
Yeah.
It was busy days.
It was busy days. It was covered. It wasn't unenjoyable because of that. And it wasn't unenjoyable at all. It was actually a really great time, but it was just like the people did not make it was palpable. Like there was definitely an uptick in people there for sure.
It was like 80s.
Yeah,
creep up into the 90s.
Yeah, maybe some days, but like
it wasn't that summer,
right? There was 95. A breeze, usually a breeze. Like we could dodge the sun.
Yeah,
it was nice. It was warm occasionally, but it wasn't hurtful.
Which that
I couldn't imagine doing that crap in the summer, man.
In the years that I've been going to Disney,
yeah,
I've always found it really interesting. I think that is the biggest difference today compared to back then.
Yeah,
is in the 90s, it was so busy during the summer.
Yep.
Summer months now are not the peak time anymore. Like people have learned that like it's miserable in the summer. And so, and I think Disney has also done a fairly good job of trying to push people out of that too by offering different, good deals and stuff like that. I think Disney's done a really good job of like, I think they had it kind of nailed right before COVID.
Oh yeah.
Of like the whole year where it used to be peaks and valleys of attendance and things. It kind of got to a point where it was just like soft little waves.
Right.
And then COVID threw a wrench in that, and they kind of they're getting back to it. They're figuring it out. But yeah,
I know we'll be going in the summer just because again we have passes, but like it's going to be interesting to see how it changes.
It just means you go in that much later. If we don't get there till 6, that's good.
You mean 8 p.m.? We're gonna just walk around here right quick and we out.
Do a quick loop.
Yep.
Out the door.
On that note, you got anything else?
No.
No, me neither. I'm caffeinated. I'm ready for a day of recording.
Here we go.
All right. Well, we'd love to know, what do you think about Atomic Coffee Roasters if you've had anything by them?
Yeah, them, or what do you think about some other small independent coffee roasters that are doing some lovely things? Send them our way.
Yeah, and if you know anyone who wants to give us a couple beans, send them our
bean bags.
I love bean bag. Well, I would love
lava lamp, bean bag, Nintendo 64.
Oh, now you're talking.
Ready to rock. Pizza rolls.
Oh my God, pizza rolls. Terrible for you.
How have we not paired whiskey with pizza rolls? Hard miss.
When's the last time you bought pizza rolls?
I probably got some at the house.
I believe you do, actually.
Probably got some at the house.
You probably do. God, we could pair them with chicken tendies right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Let us know so that we can get in touch with them and maybe get some other amazing coffee on the pod.
Reach out and touch those beans.
Absolutely. We also want to know, have you visited a mouse-based theme park recently? And how have
or a non-mouse-based? Like, just tell us your experience of the trudges of park fare.
Yeah, I would love to know because I think they're getting crazier. You can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
One word on social media. It's Drep and Stone. DREP and Stone. Find us, like us, sip some stuff, and Drink along with us.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on social media. You're going to want to be a part of it.
Be the best part of it. Absolutely. Or just a part.
Be the best and be a. One of the two.
Best A.
Exactly. Part. We'd also love it if you support the podcast by rating Drep and Stone wherever it is you get great podcasts like this. And we said that at the beginning of the episode, Kyle, and we meant it.
Worth repeating.
It is. In fact, you should rate Drep and Stone wherever it is you get great podcasts like this one.
Like, subscribe, tickle, and fondle.
Okay. We'd also love you to support the podcast financially through our Patreon page, patreon.com/DrepandStone. You can also support Drep and Stone by telling someone, do not touch anyone else without their consent.
With approval. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. If they've given you approval, do whatever you want. With approval.
Live.
Again, approval. But tell someone about Drep and Stone.
Indeed.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Coffee cheers, buddy.
Cheers.